Okay, so everyone, welcome to another video. This is going to be a games I recently completed, along with a little bit of a pickup video as well. I thought I would just put it all into one since, well, I've not been buying enough games to make a pickup video, so I've really cut down on buying games this year because of the whole cost of living crisis thing. But anyway, yeah, let's get on with this, shall we? Again, it's been a very long time since I last made a video. And I've got to apologise as well for the lighting in here. The lighting here is not that great. I'm recording it a little bit later at night, 7:15 at night. So yeah, it's probably not the greatest. So if it's too distracting, just put me on in the background and listen to me while you like play a game or something, or tidy up or whatever you whatever you're doing basically. And yeah, I've got about 26 minutes. So and I've got a lot to talk about. So I need to try and speed up a little bit. So anyway, guys, I guess I'll get this one out of the way since I mentioned this in my last video. Last games I recently completed. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition for the PS4. So yeah, a lot of people said this was the best Tales of game, and yeah, I definitely disagree. I felt this game was good at the beginning, but the more this game went on, I started to get extremely bored again. I wasn't really into the story. The characters are okay, but yeah, just I was really struggling in the end. I think it was about 75 hours I put into this game before I beat it. I don't know whether it's Definitive Edition's got extra content, but this felt way too long. I was just getting so damn bored. There's just way too much like backtracking, you're just going back and forward to the same bits, and yeah, it just got really annoying in the end. The dungeons are quite like mediocre and boring as well. Just didn't really get on with this one. It's probably like an average 5 out of 10 for me. I don't think it was like a terrible game or anything. But the fact that people said this was like one of the best of Tales, one of the best Tales of games, I just don't see it. Tales of Berseria on PS4 is way better than this, as well as Tales of Graces F for PS3. I enjoyed that a lot more than this as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to one day getting Tales of Symphonia, which again is never like high rated Tales of game. So I'm hoping that doesn't let me down. But yeah, this didn't do it for me. Just never touching that game again. Never. Right, so we get on with games that were pickups. So I bought one for myself and one was a birthday gift. So yeah, this one I've had for like months, but again, not made enough. I've not bought enough games to make a pickup video. I didn't really want to make a video just talking about one game, but it was Assassin's Creed Mirage for PS4. I guess I'll open it since it's like I said to pick up in it. So yeah, it did come in very very good condition. So yeah, I went into this knowing it's a little bit different to like the more like modern Assassin's Creed game. This feels more like it's a smaller game. It's more compact compared to like Odyssey and Origins and Valhalla with these massive open worlds. This one feels like way smaller. So I knew that going into it, which wasn't a problem for me. I don't mind like a smaller like open world. It just kind of like this feels more like a side project, I suppose you could say. Yeah, this game was okay. Like, I don't think it was a great game. It's definitely my least favorite for PS4. Definitely prefer all the other games, like Black Flag and all the other games I just mentioned. This is my least favorite out of all those. Um, I probably still like it more than Assassin's Creed 3 because I just couldn't get into Assassin's Creed 3. That was just kind of boring to me. But yeah, it's definitely on the lower side. What was the main character? I forgot his name. By is it is Bayek? No, is Bayek the guy in Origins? I can't remember. But the main character in this, he's okay. Like he's likable enough. But he's just I don't know. Like the game for me, there's way too much like trying to figure out what like just trying to find stuff. You have to look through your environments and so many like locked doors and things. You have to like find other ways in, and I don't know. For me, that kind of gets a little bit boring for me. I like to like just go to the objective and do the things. And this had way too much like trying to find stuff. Um, but yeah, I like the setting. You know, Iraq. It's a good setting. It's quite similar to like Origins, just without near as much exploration. But yeah, I thought it was okay. Like it was just fine. A 6 out of 10 game for me. It was about 30 hour game. Yeah, 30 to 40 hours. I did do like some of the side things. So like if you just went with the main story, you could probably beat it in about 20, 25 hours maybe. But I did do some side stuff, and I think I racked up about maybe like 35 hours or something. Yeah, it was okay. 6 out of 10. I'm probably going to put it on eBay once I get around to it because I don't really think I'll be paying for it again. Um, yeah, it's okay. 6 out of 10. And the game that was a birthday gift from my dad, it was Sonic Frontiers for PS4. Which I've been looking to get for quite a while actually. I mean, I call myself like this is very good condition. Just like Mirage. Yeah, I call myself a Sonic fan. I still hadn't got round to playing Frontiers. Terrible, a fake Sonic fan. But yeah, finally got it. Like I say, a birthday gift from my dad. He was like, "What? I don't know what to get for your birthday. What is there a game or something you want?" So I just said, "Yeah, Sonic Frontiers." And wow, this was a great game. Well, I expected to enjoy it because I like Sonic games. I like Sonic 06, you know. So I'm very like lenient towards Sonic games, but this went above and beyond for me. This was an amazing game. This was so damn fun. Obviously, an open world for the first time ever in a Sonic, Sonic game. Massive open world to explore, and the combat was, in my opinion, pretty decent as well. Like you can tell, like it's a very like you can tell it's something new. Like there is definitely improvements they could do with like the combat and stuff, but for like a starting point, this was really really good, and I'm really looking forward to like seeing where they go from this. If they make a Frontiers 2 or another Sonic game that's like this with an open world and things. I just think it's a great starting point for something that could just be absolutely tremendous. But yeah, I got the platinum trophy in this. I think I racked up about 30 hours when I got the platinum. I think when I beat the main story, I was like 26 hours in. Again, I just got. It's the kind of game I put on. I know I'm supposed to go to these objectives and things, but I just kept getting so distracted with like the side stuff, like battling the guardians and things, and finding the collectibles and leveling up Sonic and things. It was very distracting. I just got absolutely lost in the open world. I just had an absolute amazing time with the game. And the music's amazing. I really like the electronic kind of style and the metal music for like the supersonic boss fights, which are just bloody epic as hell. Really, really enjoyed those. Yeah, Sonic Frontiers. I'm actually probably going to give this 8 out of 10. I think this was amazing. I thought this has probably got a 7 out of 10 written all over it. The more I played it, the more I enjoyed it, and yeah, I think it's definitely an 8, at least an 8 for me. I just thought this game was, it was amazing, really, really good. I could just get lost for hours playing that game. Time just went by so fast playing it. Very, very good. So there's probably more I could talk about with that, but we'll be here all day. So yeah, I've got the next are just like replays basically. So, but I'll get with these ones first. Dragon Quest Heroes 2, which I was playing this basically on and off for like months, because it's quite a long game. Which it's not as long as probably like Dragon Quest 8 or anything, but it's still like a 30 to 40 hour long game probably. I don't know why I just kind of like got the urge to like play through Dragon Quest Heroes 2 again because it's been a while since I touched it. And to be honest, looking back, it's probably not quite as good as I remember. It's still a good game, but the thing that kind of like puts me off with this is it does get a little bit repetitive, and the more like towards the end, the story just kind of like drag on. Like you think you're about to beat the game, and then something happens, and oh look, you've got a little bit more to do, and then something happens again, you've got more to do, and you just kind of like, can we just get to like the final boss and get it done? But it was fun still going back to this and playing as characters that I didn't really play as too much in like my first playthrough of the game. Cause I usually stuck to like the same people. Like I think my like first playthrough I was like had like obviously the two like main heroes, and I had like Jessica, and I had was it Maya, like the really fast girl. Like I really like her. She's so damn fun to play as. I usually like stuck with them, so I tried some like different characters in this one, like Desdemona and Caesar and Terry, and characters like that. If you've not played Dragon Quest, you're not gonna have a clue what I'm talking about. So yeah, I did try some other characters, and yeah, I kind of like playing as like Desdemona, and that they're actually quite fun characters to play as once you get used to them. Even Ruff, the guy with the wolves, can summon wolves, and he's actually really fun to play as. I hardly ever played as him in my first playthrough, but I actually enjoyed playing as him like more in this one, in my second run. Yeah, if you like Dragon Quest and you like Dynasty Wars, definitely worth a go. I'm probably going to give this one a 7 out of 10, whereas I'm sure the first time I played through it, I think it was like an 8. I still think it's good. I still think sometimes it does get a little bit repetitive. There's way too much going on. you know, it does drag on a little bit. The next one was, I think in my last games recently completed, I mentioned I'd started this one. I was Onimusha 2. I keep like doing that. I don't even know if it's either going to like show very well on camera, because it's quite dark in here, like I say. And I'm looking at the mirror, it looks really dark, but that's a little bit deceiving, to be honest. But we'll see. Yeah, Onimusha 2. Great game. It takes the first game and, in my opinion, makes it more enjoyable. I just feel like it's got better environments, better boss battles, better music, in my opinion, even though the first game still got a great soundtrack. I like Jubei as like the main character, he's really cool, and I like Oyu, who actually might be my favourite Onimusha like female character, Oyu. I just think she's very likeable. I like Kaori in the first game, and I like Michelle in the third game. But I don't know. I like Oyu. Something about Oyu. She's very likable. Her theme's amazing as well. It's one of the best probably soundtracks in the game. As well as like the theme for Gogon Dantes, who's just a really cool villain. And the final boss music is great as well when you fight Nobunaga. But yeah, this is just very, very good. Like I say, it takes first game, just makes it more enjoyable. Makes it more harder as well. This is a pretty damn hard game. I don't know why I kind of feel like I died more playing through it this time than I did the first time. I've no idea why. I keep getting like stingy with like, I'd rather like dive and like use healing items for these kind of games. I don't want to get like really far in the game with like, and then I realise I've not really got many healing items, because I'm always remembered the final boss in this game being pretty damn hard, and he does kind of like eat up a lot of your healing items. So that's just me. I kind of suck at these games. I'm more of a Devil May Cry, Resident Evil player, but I do love the Onimusha series. I'm just not that good at the games compared to like the other two, like I mentioned. But yeah, definitely a good game. Another solid 7 out of 10 for me, which is the same as what I gave the first game, but I do think this is like a higher 7, but not quite an 8. Right, so I got a month of PlayStation Plus Premium, because I did see a few games in there that I thought, I might as well play through them again, like replays basically. There was one game that wasn't a replay, but we'll get to that in a minute. But I had WWE 2K24 free for the month of, was it November or October? I think it was. I had WWE 2K24. And I just wanted to play. I wanted to play a little bit of WWE 2K24, so I got a month's worth of that, and it was a good enough game. It just didn't feel like too much of a step up from the previous game, so I'm kind of glad I didn't like pay like full price for them for that game. But yeah, I had fun with it for a month, and I played through the Dark Pictures anthology. Is it The Devil Within Me? Yeah, this was actually a really, really good game. It did start off like quite slow, but these kind of games like do tend to like start quite slow. You're basically like a film crew, and you go to this kind of like hotel, I guess it is, and yeah, things just start going really, really weird. And obviously your film crew's basically in danger because there's a psychopath around. You know the deal with this kind of thing. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed this game. I like the characters. My favourite being Charlie. Really like Charlie. just an English guy who was craving a cigarette throughout the whole game. And yeah, he actually survived for me, which I was really happy about because, like I say, he was my favourite. Um, how many characters actually survived? It's been a while since I played it. I got Erin, she died, which I was gutted about because I really liked Erin. Um, yeah, I think she may have been the only one that got killed. No, Kate. Kate got killed. Kate and Erin. Oh, the other one survived. I think I know how you save Kate, but that's obviously not. It's not good knowing that now. It was a bit too late, but I think if I play through it again, I think I know how to save Kate and maybe even Erin as well. But yeah, really good game. Like I say, it might even be my favourite in the anthology trilogy, whatever the hell it is. Yeah, I think it was a really good game. Might actually give this one 8 out of 10. It really had me on the edge of my seat. And so these are the replays now. I better check that timer. Oh God, we're running out of time. Got 9 minutes or something. So, let's see, they've got the month for PlayStation Plus, and I played through the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Definitive Edition. So I'm just going to hold this up because I don't have it physically. So yeah, I did hear a lot about the Definitive Edition for the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, basically. And yeah, like playing, I still had a really good time with the game. I know it's been like heavily patched, like it's been out for what 2 years, and it's still been getting patches. So I know the game came out an absolute buggy, like broken mess, and I know you could hardly like see when it's raining and stuff. So luckily I didn't experience that. So obviously they've patched all that out. Yeah, I think it was a good time. Like, I did like some of the modern improvements with like the weapon wheel, whereas in this game you have to like go through them one at a time until you get the weapon you want. You get a weapon wheel in the definitive edition, so that was cool. I liked that. It's a bit of a quality of life, improvement, as well as checkpoints. If you die, you can just basically load up a checkpoint, rather than this game where you go to like, you die, you go to the hospital and you have to like load your save game or something if you don't want to lose all your weapons. So yeah, that was cool. It took me a little bit trying to get used to the way the game looked. It's slightly more like a cartoony kind of look for the character models, but I quickly got used to it, and yeah, it didn't bother me after a while. Something for me is the difficulty. The difficulty in the definitive edition is really really weird. There's missions that I thought were really difficult in this version, which I found just really easy in the Definitive Edition. Like the one where you're chasing the train with CG and Big Smoke. That was really easy in the Definitive Edition, but in this it took me probably like 3 or 4 attempts. And when with Ryder and you have to like use the forklift to get the weapon crates, again, really, really easy. But really, I found it really hard in this version. And I feel like the shooting, like the enemies that shoot you like a lot easier in the definitive edition. Like you die like so quickly in the definitive edition, whereas this, I don't know, the enemies don't seem to have like as good a name in this game. So I just don't really know what's going on with the difficulty. The difficulty just felt really really weird. There's just some missions where you go in, you like die like almost instantly, and have to like load up your checkpoint. Like some of the gang wars that you do like near the end of the game, you get in there and you die like in seconds, even though you've got full health and you've got full armor. So I don't really know. I just think it's a really, really like weird difficulty. That was definitely something that put me off the game. Thank God they put checkpoints in the game, or I'd have been really, really annoyed. So yeah, overall, this is probably still like the best way to play the game. We've also got some tracks, apparently soundtracks that are missing from the definitive edition. I didn't really notice that. I think there's a lot of rap songs. I don't really listen to like many of the rap songs. I'm more a Radio X and a Dust kind of guy. But I do like some of the rap songs with Ice Cube and stuff. Today was a good day. That song. That's a kick-ass song. I like that. And check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's a good song. I like that. I should really say the Definitive Edition probably an 8 out of 10. Like I still think it's a really good experience now that it's been like heavily patched. It just that thing you die like so quickly, it's really off-putting. I'm gonna have to play through this again at some point, this version, just to see how how it compares like difficulty, because it's felt a lot harder towards the end. Let's see. Let me pop up. Right, 5 minutes. Well, I need to like speed run this. So yeah, these were basically on PlayStation Plus Premium. So I got Platinum Trophy for Medieval for PS1. I obviously played through the remake of this game, and I got the Platinum Trophy for that. So I played through this version on the on the on the premium PlayStation Plus. I'm gonna keep forgetting that name. Yep, just a very good game, very good time. Just an easy enough platinum to get, to be honest. 8 out of 10. Love Medieval. Also got the platinum for Siphon Filter 3, which is a game that I grew up with and I've got loads and loads of fond memories with. It's my favourite like Siphon Filter game, again just because of nostalgia. When I first started playing this, since I've not played this for like years, it felt really weird trying to get used to the way the game like plays, because it's very dated like nowadays. But yeah, in my opinion, I got used to it quickly. You know, third person shooter, quite fun. You can die quite quickly, but checkpoints are very lenient with this game, so that definitely helps. Again, probably never 8 out of 10. Very good characters, fun gameplay, good locations, dialogue's good. And the last one didn't get the platinum for this one, Alone in the Dark: The New Nightmare. Another great game, another game that scared the living crap out of me. For me, this was scarier than Resident Evil growing up. This game just creeped me the hell out. The shadow monsters. I found the shadow monsters scarier than zombies. Like, much scarier. I don't know, shadow monsters are creepy. Especially when you're in the mansion and the lights go out and you start getting chased around by shadow monsters. You're desperate trying to find the light switch to try and repel them. But yeah, great game with great locations, great music, very like creepy atmosphere, very cheesy dialogue, but you know it's fun though. It's fun dialogue even though it's like really cheesy. I like Edward and Elaine. They're pretty funny together, to be honest. Yeah, another great game. It's probably a 7 out of 10. I don't think I'd quite give this one an 8. Just sometimes it can be a little bit confusing what you're supposed to do, even though I've played through it like a few times. It's still okay, and towards the end it does kind of like drag on. It goes for like a more like action, like heavy like ending to the game. Like the last like hour of the game, you're just like running through loads and loads of enemies, blasting them away. It kind of like loses the survival horror and just becomes more like a horror like action game. But yeah, I still like it. Say 7 out of 10. So yeah guys, that is it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Sorry I kind of like rushed it towards the end. I just didn't really want to run out of time. Yeah, hopefully it won't be too long before making another one. I have started Onimusha 3 and I'm about halfway through that, so yeah, just liking, you know, playing through the Onimusha series again. It's been an absolute blast, definitely as good as I remember them. So yeah guys, hope you guys have enjoyed this. Let me know what you think of any of these games. Let me know what you've been playing recently, or what you've been picking up, or you know, anything like that. Just let me know in the comments below. Have a wee chat, and yeah, I'll catch you all in the next video. So yeah, see you guys. Thanks for watching.